But first, let's get to Jay Gray live in Daytona Beach. Jay.
Good evening. The wind picking up here along with the surf, the rain at times coming down in sheets, leaving little question that Matthew is starting to move in.
Matthew now beginning to unleash its fury along the Florida coast.
It's here. It's absolutely here.
Violent winds, driving rains.
We're already starting to see the impacts, and it's a monster.
And overnight, it's expected to get even worse. 2 million people along the East Coast have already evacuated. In South Carolina, Governor Nikki Haley says even more need to move to higher ground.
This is a scary storm. This is a storm that should be taken seriously. We really need you to evacuate.
Airports across the region are closed. 4,000 flights have already been canceled. Businesses are boarded up and shelters are filling up. And in Florida, the time to leave is quickly running out. Emergency officials warning the danger of staying behind is very real.
I talked to my detective captain earlier today, and I asked him, do you have body bags? Are you prepared for mass casualties?
More than 100 are dead after the storm raged through the islands of the Caribbean, chilling evidence of its power as Matthew now turns its attention to the East Coast.
Yeah, and Matthew churning, moving closer to the shoreline right now, and it will continue up the entire eastern seaboard through this weekend. That is the latest live here in Daytona Beach. Now back to you.
All right, Jay Gray reporting, and our meteorologists are watching this situation very closely as well. Let's get to the chief, Bill Steffen, with the latest on its track.
Well, Brian, I have mostly good news. The first bit of news we have is at 11 o'clock. The National Hurricane Center has reduced the peak winds now in Matthew down to 130 miles an hour from 140, and they may go a little below that here later on tonight. The second piece of good news is if you watch the center of the storm, the eye right there, it's kind of paralleling the coast. Earlier forecast for this afternoon had it turning a little bit more toward the coastline. It's staying a little bit farther out, so the strongest winds are a little bit more offshore. And we've been watching the gusts right around Juneau Beach. There was a gust to 67 miles an hour in a squall, but most of the beach gusts have been around 40 to 60 miles an hour. There's been some beach erosion, certainly some heavy rain falling there with some of those squalls, but the good news is the position of the hurricane is slightly to the right or more offshore than it was expected to be at this time. So again, Matthew is down to 130 miles an hour. I don't think it's going to go any farther than that. As you can see, it moves over here to Friday. We're at 125 miles an hour. It passes Jacksonville. You can see a little bit offshore. And with the eye staying offshore, I think that will minimize some of the damage along the coastal areas.
All right, Bill, thank you. Over at woodtv.com, you can find interactive maps that will track the hurricane's path. We also have a photo gallery showing preparations along the coast of Florida and Georgia. We invite you to tune in to Daybreak tomorrow for the latest on the deadly storm and its damage.